going on, guys? So I'm here and PSN servers are down. I can't make a Madden video. I was supposed to have a Madden video set to upload, but I ended up losing the file like an absolute idiot. So today I'm just going to tell you guys a quick story about, because I get this a lot about my high school. A lot of you guys wonder about me in football, like where I am, my high school football story, like what happened. So high school football, I was a quarterback. And in my senior year, we had my high school had won, I think, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years in a row before we had won there. We were going for, or no, the 2 years before we had won, but we had won the year before that. So we had won like 4 of the last 5 league championships. It was something like crazy like that. So I'm the starting quarterback, and at the beginning of the year of this year, this wasn't really the season that got me like into university. It was more my midget season, which was like a all-star team kind of composed of all the leagues that I played in the off season. But I'll tell you about my high school football season, because this one, there's this pretty interesting story to this. So the first game, most fans I'd ever played in front of by far. It was a crosstown rival game. Everyone from every school was there. Everyone that I knew was there. And I just got nervous. I remember like just flat out being nervous. And I don't know why. Like I had played against way tougher competition than that in the other league and fared way better. I think it was just being in front of all the guys on my high school, just seeing all the fans there, and I just got super nervous, like more so than ever. So we ended up losing that game on a punt. Okay, if you don't know Canadian football, this is the dumbest thing about Canadian football. If you attempt a field goal at the end of a game from like the 20 and it's a tie game and it goes through the end zone, you get a single point so you can win. That's how we lost our first game. So everyone thought that this team had us, that it was over for my high school. Everyone's like, okay, they're done. Their streak is done. They don't have the same. We had so many good athletes. It's just they just didn't think that we were going to gel enough to get it. So everyone was counting on these guys. So we play the next 2 guys in the league. We blow them out. I play way better in those games. I keep my passing stats go way up. And then we play the same team again. And this time it's like a 28-24, and we lost. I totally take the blame for this. We drove down. Me and like the offense, our passing game got going. We drove all the way down to get the game tying touchdown. And I remember my coach told me, he's like, if it's not there, if the post is not there, just run, because I was like a scrambling quarterback. So I fake both the runs. It was like a double fake, and I go quickly to throw the post, and I saw that he had like kind of had a step, but I just put it like a little bit behind him, and the DB went up with one hand, and I remember it like this. DB went up with one hand, tipped it out of my guy's hand, dropped back, grabbed it with the other one hand, and got the interception. I remember, I've never seen my coach so mad in my life. We ended up losing the game, so we were 2-2 at that time, and that's the worst record my high school had in a while. We ended up winning the rest of the games, and we ended up finishing first because the team that we kept losing to lost to the team that we were dominating. So it didn't really make any sense. So Notre Dame comes. That's one of the big schools. So we're playing them, and we beat them. We beat the next team. And then we're going into the semifinals where we're playing another crosstown rival, and we beat them easily. So now we're going into the league finals, and everyone's betting on the team that we've lost to twice. They hadn't been to a league final in a while. Like they were kind of expected to beforehand just because of the older guys that they had. But they had like a huge theatrical entrance. It was crazy. Like if you would have seen I've never seen such a pumped up team. They thought for sure this was their year. And our team, like we had lost to them twice. They thought they had our number. It was over. They were gonna go. And the funny thing is, our high school was smaller than theirs was, but they had the option to stay in their tier or go down to our tier. Where had they just stayed in their tier, they would have had guaranteed provincials, which is like state. If you guys are American, they could have guaranteed their chance at going to state. I'm just gonna put it in American sense because most of you guys are American. But instead they dropped down to our high school tier, which was the second tier, because they thought they were gonna beat us. So first drive of the game, I remember I hand the ball off to my buddy, and he goes for a big run. He fumbles it. And all year, I was kind of lazy on fumbles, and my coach was always screaming at me like, Brett, you got to be more active. So as soon as I saw the fumble, I sprinted, just dead sprint, and I managed to pick it up on the sidelines. I couldn't believe that I got that, because that would have been a huge turning point. And then the next play, we throw like a 45-yard bomb into the end zone to my friend, which was crazy. So we had all of the momentum. So our defense goes out, gets a stop. We get the ball back, and we throw another like 40-yard touchdown. I don't know what it was. I think I threw 3 or 4 touchdowns to the same guy in that game. He'll be watching the video. You'll see him in the comments. Professor Plums. He was an absolute beast that game. He could have had 4. No, he could have had 4 touchdowns, but he dropped the one. And we ended up blowing these guys out like 48-13, ending their season. So that's my high school football story. And then we went to provincials. I don't even want to talk about provincials. That was not our team's finest moment. We were not very. And then after that season, that's when I kind of decided what I was going to do for university. And I decided to go all the way out east to come play. I'm in my first year still. I redshirted my first year, and that's pretty much it for my football. But as I was saying about the midget, that was when I really got my recognition, was playing in this midget league. I always threw for more. At the end of the high school season, I led the league in passing yards, rushing touchdowns, and passing touchdowns too. I think I led in all 3 of those things. I remember looking at the stats and seeing that, because I had quite a few rushing touchdowns. And yeah, so that's my high school. If you guys are wondering anything about my football career, you should not be questioning it anymore. Right now I'm at university, just trying to, it's tough competition up here, man. It is very, very tough, but I'm doing my best. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys all so much. The comment question of the day today is going to be, tell me about your football career in the comments. Tell me about, or any sport career. Tell me about that. I'm very interested to hear from all you guys, and I'll see all you guys next video.